YouTube hates women. That's at least what I've discovered through my research recently anyway. What do you think of such a bold statement?
I think that it must be true that YouTube hates women as a whole. No, I'm totally kidding here. Why don't you explain to everybody what you actually mean by this?
Yes, I'm sure the staff members working at YouTube like myself absolutely adore women and humanity as a whole.
How can I hate women? My mum's one.
But in all seriousness, the YouTube algorithm I'm talking about here, I have become an absolute master recently of uploading YouTube shorts. As you know, over the summer, 1 month I think got like 23 million views over just 28 days, which is absolutely insane. So through that process of uploading a crazy amount of these short form videos, I've learned a thing or two about how to grow on the platform. And if there is one thing I now know absolutely never to do, because the videos won't have any reach whatsoever, is show females, even like, I'm talking video game characters such as Chun Li or Cammy for example, if I dare show shorts where either their bare legs are visible up close or maybe a little tiny bit of cleavage. If I show women's bodies at all within shorts, they either shadow ban them, so they will show them to a really small pool of people compared to the rest of my content, or they will instantly have limited ads applied to them the moment I click upload. Thing is, with limited ads, as you might know, you can just manually appeal so that a human can watch it and go, yep, there is nothing sexualized about that content, that is just literally, it's just a woman in that video. But that doesn't matter, the YouTube algorithm doesn't seem to care. So even if you then have the video monetized, it's still shadow banned and will reach a really small audience. Perfect example I'll give of this, a while ago I made a video about the female version of Blanca, you know, the green guy from Street Fighter 2. He's got a female equivalent called Blana. And the original upload I made about this character for a short, I think got about 3,000 views because it heavily showed this female character's bare legs and a little bit of cleavage. I remade the video a couple of months later, and that time round when I made sure to like crop the footage down so you couldn't see much of her, something like 300,000 views. That was the difference. It got like 100 times the reach by making it way more conservative.
I think it's kind of strange. I can understand if it was a real woman and you was showing everything, like loads of skin and so on and so forth. I could understand.
It's all about context, but the algorithm doesn't care about context.
No, and that's what's strange, because it is literally a video game character, and on all of your shorts where you've encountered this problem, it's always been female video game characters.
And not always actually, which I'll get to in a moment. But I understand that with shorts and every YouTube video in general, they want to make them as advertiser friendly as possible. And even with long form videos, it's the first 30 seconds which the algorithm will scrutinize the most. So it's no wonder the algorithm scrutinises every second of a short, because generally most of them are only about 30 seconds long. So that part makes sense. But the fact that it's that sensitive to women's bodies, that it views the woman's body itself as not being advertiser friendly, is mind blowing. Like, who are they so concerned about offending with it? That's the thing. It's this, like, YouTube's obviously, I think it's a California based company. So is this some sort of fault track that's come out of like Californian based university campuses? Is it religion based? Are they concerned about like conservative Catholicism, Islam? Who's the concern here? Who's so worried about seeing a little bit of leg?
I have got a question.
Yes.
Male bodies.
Yes.
Do you encounter this problem with male bodies?
Yes and no, which is the point I'd like to make, which we briefly touched on earlier. Marissa, who is a female in Street Fighter 6, the YouTube algorithm does not recognise her body as being female. So I can show her legs as much as I like in the videos and it won't do anything about it. However, in contrast to that, Street Fighter 6 also has a character called Eternity, who's very flamboyant, like, do you remember Ruby Rod? Was that the name of the character from
Ruby Rod, I think?
From the Fifth Element. They've got a character just like that in the game, and because that character minces around despite having a masculine body, the YouTube algorithm picked up those movements as female. So the first time I uploaded the video on that character, it was shadow banned, and then I had to re-upload it, cropping out that character's legs, and then it showed it to people.
So that it makes you actually question the
So
algorithm.
yeah,
there.
so through the lens of modern like California style identity politics, they're actually doing it wrong.
Oh dear, do you know what that's actually quite concerning, isn't it? That an algorithm is deciding whether something is male or female. That's disturbing.
That's not even so much the right. It's like, what is the motive here? Why do they hate traditionally attractive women being in shorts? And this is a new thing, alright, as well, because if you watch older shorts, which were produced, I don't know, 6 months ago or longer, they did used to have a reach. Like, I uploaded one, I don't know, what was it, 18 months ago on the real life Chun Li.
Oh, that would not work now.
No, but about 18 months ago, it's absolutely fine. And there are still old shorts floating around in the algorithm that do heavily show a full female figure. But it's the newer ones, you can't do it. And why? It's annoying.
I think it's especially annoying because when you're covering fighting game characters,
Yeah.
you kind of need to be able to see them fighting. Yet the moment you have any kind of kicks showing or any kind of body slams which expose the front of the body a little bit, anything like that, and then all of a sudden you've had to cut this bit out and cut that bit out.
I can get away with it in my shorts, but only if I make the fighting really small so you can barely see the character's legs. If I do a zoom in so you can see the character full profile, like taking up the whole screen, then it will hide the short from a wider audience. Only a few people will see it. So I often have to take shorts down because we've accidentally shown a little bit too much leg for the algorithm's liking, and then I'll re-upload them a few days later. Then that second time they end up doing really well, because the algorithm's not picked up that strange quirk. Sometimes I have to end up uploading shorts like about 40 times before they've not got limited ads on them. If you want to start creating shorts yourself and want any hope in hell of them getting views, don't you ever dare show a female's legs within them.
Yeah, YouTube finds it haram.
Yes, cheerio.